So guys, I'm in the hospital. I had an accident.
Jake Paul just got hospitalized, but don't think it's because of some epic injury. If you're feeling sorry for him after seeing those dramatic hospital clips, save your emotions. This isn't about a heroic battle wound, it's about dodging his fight. Jake's recent behavior looks like
It's broken.
Oh, Jake, you good?
Nurse!
Jake,
Nurse, more morphine!
Oh my God.
a well-planned escape. First, he claims he was randomly attacked on the street, resulting in a few bruises on his face. But here's where it gets weird. Jake's now saying he has a broken rib. Yes, you read that right, a hit to the face supposedly caused his ribs to break.
That tough guy Mike Tyson comes out when it's not necessary to come out. I'm always in handcuffs. You know, it's unfortunately I have to fight and be that guy. I wish I could stop that guy.
People are scratching their heads, wondering how these two unrelated injuries connect. It's like watching someone try to assemble IKEA furniture without instructions. Something doesn't add up.
You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. Whoa.
This whole situation reeks of a poorly executed ploy to avoid his upcoming fight. The attack, the broken rib, and the fight being on the line, it all starts to make sense when you look closer. By the end of this, you'll see right through Jake's excuses. Trust me. Something just doesn't add up, and we can't ignore the timing of all this: a street attack, a mysterious rib injury, and, oh yeah, an upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. Coincidence? I think not. Naturally, people are raising eyebrows, questioning if this rib injury is a little too convenient. If there's one fight anyone would want to avoid, it's against the guy who can knock your teeth out with a single punch, even if he's old enough for a senior discount at the movies. So, is Jake Paul really injured, or is this his way of sliding out of what would likely be the most terrifying fight of his life? But here's where it gets even juicier. Mike Tyson isn't buying any of it. The man who's been through more real battles than most of us can imagine isn't falling for Jake's sob story. Tyson has fought through injuries, mental struggles, and life-threatening health issues. If anyone knows the difference between a real injury and a desperate excuse...
Me too. We're getting ready for you.
It's Iron Mike. So, when Jake rolls in with his conveniently timed, vague rib injury claim, Tyson's reaction is basically nice try, kid. Tyson's not fooled, and frankly neither should we be. Let's not forget that Mike Tyson's entire career is built on resilience and toughness. He fought through far worse than a little street altercation and never used it as an excuse. So when Jake Paul tries to pull this fast one, Tyson's not buying it. He's seen it all and isn't about to let some half-baked story slide.
Mike Tyson comes out when it's not necessary to come out. I'm always in handcuffs. So I'm very careful when that guy comes out.
You break out in handcuffs.
Yeah.
His response? Pure, unfiltered skepticism. Tyson's basically saying, prove it or shut up. To really understand Tyson's stance, let's rewind to 1990. In his prime, Tyson was set to fight Alex Stewart in what was supposed to be another legendary showdown. But then, out of nowhere, Tyson got hit with a severe ulcer flare-up, a legitimate health crisis, not some minor inconvenience. And unlike Jake, Tyson didn't try to skate by with excuses. He provided rock-solid medical-proof hospital records, everything showing he was genuinely unfit to fight. No games, no drama, just the facts. Now, fast forward to Jake Paul's situation. Tyson's been through worse and knows when someone's trying to dodge a fight. Jake's vague injury claims don't measure up, and Tyson's calling him out, demanding real proof. If Jake wants credibility, he'll have to do a lot better than this. The difference between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is laughable. Jake's out here claiming he broke a rib from a punch to the face. Yes, you read that right, and trying to spin this wild story to avoid fighting Tyson. Honestly, it's as believable as a unicorn sighting. Unlike Tyson's ulcer situation, where every medical document was laid out, Jake's giving us nothing. No medical records, no hospital stay, just a sketchy story that doesn't even make sense. Jake must think he can throw out a flimsy excuse and everyone will feel sorry for him. Sorry, Jake, but you're not getting the Tyson treatment.
Oh, Jake, you good?
Nurse!
Jake,
Nurse, more morphine!
Oh my God.
Back in Tyson's ulcer days, it wasn't just an excuse to dodge a punch or two, it was a genuine emergency. Tyson didn't just drop a vague line and disappear. His team went all in with medical reports, doctor's notes, and every detail about his recovery. It was so transparent that no one questioned his toughness or commitment. When the fight was postponed, the world knew it was for a real reason. Tyson left no room for doubt, because that's how a real fighter handles things. He wasn't about to let anyone think he was scared of stepping back into the ring. Jake, on the other hand, is leaving everyone questioning his excuses. That's why you need to believe me when I say Mike Tyson isn't the guy to back down from a challenge, especially not over Jake Paul's suspicious rib injury. Tyson isn't playing around. No more social media theatrics or vague excuses.
Stop that guy. That guy haunts me.
This is serious business, and Tyson's personally handling it like he's on a mission. Forget the back-and-forth Twitter feuds. Mike is determined to make sure no shady excuses derail the highly hyped showdown with Jake. If this injury turns out to be as fake as it seems, Tyson won't let Jake mess up the fight or tarnish the event that's been building up. To ensure there's no funny business, Tyson has already assembled a team of medical professionals to look into Jake's condition. He's not sitting back, letting this play out like a typical fight promo gone wrong. Oh no, Iron Mike is taking control, like the legend he is.
Life, so it's so easy for him to come back.
Have you seen that scene in The Avengers? You ever seen The Avengers?
Love the Avengers.
Do you know that scene where Bruce Banner, the Hulk, is like, "That's my secret, Doctor. I'm always angry." And then he
If Jake thinks he can outsmart Tyson with a poorly timed injury, he's in for a rude awakening. Tyson's not leaving anything to chance, and he's making sure Jake's excuses don't stand in the way of this fight. Tyson's leaving no stone unturned, and he's too sharp to let anything slide. What's interesting now is that Tyson's not just stepping into the ring as a fighter, he's playing detective. He's determined to protect his legacy, his reputation, and the integrity of the sport. Tyson knows the damage a fake injury can cause, not just to the fighters but to the entire industry, the fans, the sport, everything. He's seen fighters pull stunts before, but this time he's ready to expose Jake if the injury turns out to be bogus. Tyson's not going to let a YouTuber-turned-boxer mess with the sport he's built his life around. And then there's the massive $350 million fine hanging over Jake's head like a dark cloud. Tyson didn't hold back when he made it clear that if Jake's caught faking this injury, he's looking at a financial disaster that could wipe out his entire career. We're talking about $350 million. It's not just a slap on the wrist, it's life-ruining. With Jake's net worth between $20 to $25 million, that kind of fine could end his rise in boxing.
And have a phone call with my lawyers for one of the lawsuits, and I knew that it was gonna be a big L, and I'm just sitting on the phone call for literally something I did not do. And it goes back to
altogether. Jake's net worth isn't even close to the $350 million fine Tyson's talking about. In other words, if Jake can't prove his injury, he's financially done for. Paying a fine like that would force him to sell everything: houses, cars, businesses. Everything he's built through his social media empire and boxing career would be on the line. He'd be left with absolutely nothing. Tyson isn't playing around. These aren't idle threats. He's making it clear that Jake's entire financial future is at risk. And it's not just about the money, it's about sending a message. What makes it worse for Jake is that Tyson has the power to make this fine stick. This isn't just some empty warning. Tyson is serious, and Jake knows.
They're suing me for something I didn't do. On God. It's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking money for no reason. And I'm it just pisses me off.
This isn't some Instagram spat that blows over in a few days. Tyson's got enough influence in the boxing world and beyond to enforce that $350 million fine. Jake might be used to stirring up drama online, but this is a whole different league. Tyson's talking about real legal consequences, and Jake's finally realizing he's in over his head. There's no easy way out for Jake. He's trapped in his web of half-truths and questionable injury claims. If he's faking, that massive fine will obliterate everything he's worked for. If the injury is real, he still has to prove it's something suspiciously missing so far. No matter how you look at it, Jake's stuck, and the walls are closing in fast. Tyson has already made that perfectly clear. Crystal clear. If Jake can't provide solid evidence, think hospital records, X-rays and doctor's notes the fight is still happening. No games, no delays. Tyson's not here for excuses, especially from someone who's built a career on social media stunts. This isn't Instagram beef, this is the world of boxing, and Tyson's calling the shots. Tyson's not just rolling his eyes at this situation, he's pissed. He's even suggested bringing in his own team of independent doctors to check out.
He's a shit talker, you know, and he'll get under your skin.
Listen, this is what I found out from how old am I now? What, 58? You know what I found out? The shit talkers get all the money. The shit talkers get all the attention.
Yeah.
The shit talkers get everything. We get a bad rap, but we get everything else.
Jake's injury. That's right, Tyson's not trusting Jake's personal medical squad or any Instagram sob story. He wants outside professionals to confirm whether this rib injury is real or just a made-up excuse. Tyson's seen every trick in the book, and if Jake thought he could slide by with some vague story, Tyson's making sure that's not happening on his watch. Jake Paul's career has been built on controversy from day one. He went from YouTube antics to becoming a polarizing figure in the boxing world, but this time he's up against a legend who's not playing along. Jake Paul has turned himself into a headline-grabbing boxer, and let's be honest, drama follows him like a shadow, trash-talking his opponents, making bold claims about his skills, and calling out some of the biggest names in the sport. It's all part of the Jake Paul formula. But this is different.
Like, some crazy shit can happen in that ring.
Hey, but it's who we are. Forget what everybody says, this guy's a YouTuber, this is a YouTuber. This guy's a fighter.
The fight with Mike Tyson was supposed to be Jake's moment, a chance to go from internet sensation to proving he could actually hang in the ring with one of the all-time greats. But now, instead of glory, Jake's facing what could be the biggest PR disaster of his career. Up until now, Jake has been a master at keeping the spotlight on him, turning every controversy into an opportunity. But with this injury claim, the wheels are coming off. If this turns out to be a lie, it will destroy his credibility in the boxing world. And boxing isn't like YouTube. You can't survive on hype alone. You need to be taken seriously, and right now Jake's credibility is hanging by a thread. This could be the moment that defines his future in the sport.